Jay Bauman is a craftsman born into a family of leather workers. They make fine belts and holsters. But when Jay saw leather, he saw saddles. So he took the trail less ridden, and now his saddles are sought after by horse owners around the country. Rob Wiles went down to the Muddy Pond community to watch Jay in action.
Jay Bauman was destined to work with leather. He's the third generation of his family to go into that craft, learning from his grandfather, Josh.
When I was, 10, 12 years old, I got to spend some time in my grandpa's shop, in and out, I wasn't working. I was just go say hi to Grandpa and see what he was doing. So I got to see him make stuff, and then I spent a lot of time in my dad's shop as a kid and learned things.
And his father, Aaron, who's still at work making belts and holsters.
I learned a lot from my dad. I'm still learning stuff from my dad.
But when Jay saw leather, he didn't see belts. He saw saddles.
In my dad's store, I repaired a lot of saddles, and we made a lot of things there too, but it wasn't really creative things, and that's why I wanted to get into custom saddles. I like the creativity of it, and it intrigued me.
So Jay was determined to design and build beautiful custom saddles, even though his own father, Aaron, warned him that he would almost certainly go broke doing that.
I was wrong and he was right. People are tired of cheap stuff. They want quality, and therefore he proved me wrong.
So this is a narrow.
This is a narrower tree, yeah.
Yeah, she's probably going to take something wider than that because she's pretty wide.
Yeah.
She has to be to haul big old me.
Exactly.
Now, horse owners like Bill Mitchell of Cookeville drive to Muddy Pond, and it's not easy to find, to get just what they want, a saddle that fits both horse and rider.
I'm looking for something in a Western saddle. I like the idea of kind of a roper because it has a higher back.
Right.
For folks who love to ride, the personal attention and one-of-a-kind design are money well spent.
You invest a lot of money in your horse, your truck, your trailer. You might as well have a saddle that matches the rest of it.
Why not be comfortable when you're out there riding, doing what you're wanting to do?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the internet, customers don't actually have to come to Muddy Pond. But Jay says wherever they come from, they are all like Bill Mitchell.
They want to talk about it, that they want to know that they're getting something special. Most people can design their own saddle so that they feel involved in the process, and it's theirs when it's done. I mean, it's their own. Usually no one else has a saddle exactly like that.
And Jay sets out to give his customers just what they want, a saddle that feels good to horse and rider and probably reflects the owner's personality a bit too.
I love designing new things, and some of my customers have great ideas. Like I'll learn a lot from my customers because I build it, but they're the ones that spend time in the saddle. So my education comes from a lot of the people that use the saddles, and so I learn something new every day. Talking to my customers, that's where my education comes from. I have 1,000 people out there riding my saddles that can give me feedback. That's valuable. Somebody wanted a gecko lizard and an otter carved in their saddle. It was like an inside joke or something that was very unusual. We've put 4-leaf clovers and painted them bright green and things like that. But most people stay pretty traditional, but the sky's the limit.
Of course, before a saddle can soar, Jay has to make sure it's properly grounded. And that all starts with the leather, which has to be cut just exactly to fit each saddle.
It's not like a piece of man-made material. Leather is a natural product. It's a hide, and you have to get the right pieces out of the right parts of the hide. Like there's parts of the hide that have a lot more stretch to them that are softer, that they're not going to wear as well if you put them in a high-stress area on the saddle. So that's one of the most important things is cutting your leather out of the proper spots in the hides.
Since someone sits in the saddle, the seat is very important.
One of the first things that you do is put the ground seat in a saddle and shape the seat, which is a part that it's not visible when the saddle is finished, but that's what's going to make the saddle ride good. You know, you have to get the leather shaped right, and you have to do that by hand. You have to like glue a piece of leather and then shave it down and contour it to make the seat shaped right for the rider. And that's something that you don't see whenever the saddle's finished, but you know if it's shaped right or not.
Then comes more cutting and fitting and sewing and creating, which is what drew Jay to leatherwork years before, that creativity. He would hang around his grandfather's store back then. Now, Jay's own kids are here watching and learning, maybe planning for the future. Even Jay's wife, Regina, who had no knowledge of or interest in leather when she married Jay, decided that she better get with the program.
So Jay and I started a personal leather goods brand called Urban Southern, and we have handbags, wallets, that type of thing.
Now this is as urban as it gets in Muddy Pond, Tennessee, but thanks to the internet.
We sell all over the United States, mostly in the southern states, but we also sell a lot to Australia, New Zealand, a few to China. It's amazing to think that a leather handbag made here in Muddy Pond, Tennessee goes all the way over to Australia and someone's carrying it over there.
Yeah, carrying bags or riding on saddles Jay creates. It's a modern day story with a timeless beginning, really. I mean, you know the one, where the guy has an idea and makes it a reality. The story of Jay Bauman, Saddlemaker.